Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series we will go back to where it all started, and this time round we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way. Today we are in Morocco for the .50 Syndrome Challenge, which entails killing both of our targets with the APC turret gun. This is quite a fun one, this. It's also quite an easy one. So for this challenge you don't need to bring anything with you, although I will obviously be bringing my silenced pistol just in case. So with that said, let's get reacquainted with our targets, shall we?
Your targets are private banker Claus Strandberg and Army General Reza Zeydan. Strandberg, a former bank CEO, operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept. The fate of a nation is at stake.
So, right from the start and off the bat, we are going to require a couple of things. So we are going to make our way directly to the shoe shop, which is also the secret entrance to the tunnel to the consulate. So we're just going to make our way out through the indoor market, around past the shisha cafe and around to our right. And here is the shoe shop, pretty well guarded shoe shop. So we're going to make our way straight over the bollard here and around the back and into the shop. And before we move into the rear courtyard, we're going to quickly spot the two guards there having a conversation. So these two guards will eventually finish their conversation after one of them remembers that he still has the consulate key card. So while they're having that conversation, I'm going to grab a few coins. They may come in handy, and for those of you that didn't know, there are at least 5 coins on that counter there in case you need to bring any coins for any challenges. So the conversation between the two guards has finished, and the guard on the left will go back to his duties. The guard on the right will make his way into the tunnel. We want to follow him down into that tunnel, but not too closely, until he gets to this room, at which point we will pounce on him, render him unconscious. There we go. This guy also drops the consulate key card if you need that for access to the consulate. But once we have him safely tucked up, we can take his outfit. And we're going to make our way down through the tunnel now towards the consulate building, but we are going to stop on the way and use one of our coins. So when we get to the central room in the tunnel, we're going to take out one of our coins and throw it on the floor just about there somewhere. Anywhere there will do, as long as the patrolling guard you can see on the instinct there isn't in this room. And he's just making his way back here, but it's already too late. So once the enforcer goes to investigate the coin distraction, we can then approach the table. We're going to collect up all that ammo, and more importantly, we are going to read the instructions for the APC turret. And once we've done all that, we can then continue on through the tunnel to the consulate building. And up here, we're going to make our way around to the left to avoid the camera above the stairs to the consulate, which is exactly where we're heading. So once we're in the stairwell at the back of the room here, we will find a fire alarm. We're going to trip that fire alarm, and that will trigger a lockdown. And basically Claus Strandberg will vacate the Swedish consulate. He will make his way down through the tunnel here, following the exact path that we are following. Now you can wait for him at the end of the tunnel and escort him to the shoe shop, or you can do what I'm doing, which is getting well ahead of him. We are running all the way. Claus is also running, but slightly slower than us, and he will stop at least once. So So once we exit out of the tunnel and back into the shoe shop area, we are going to leave that area and make our way around to the school compound. We're just going to check down here for that guard's gun, but it appears to have disappeared. We don't want to interrupt Mr. Strandberg on his route. Luckily the gun has disappeared, so we don't have to worry about that. So onwards to the school compound where Reza Zeydan is based and located. And eventually Claus will make his way to the shoe shop. He will stop for a quick breather and then at a more leisurely rate continue on following the exact same route we have just taken around to the school here. And we're just going to wait right here. I'm waiting by this wall out of sight because he's going to come past us left to right. And when he does, he looks over this way, and I can't remember if he's an enforcer or not, so it's easier to remain out of sight. So there you can see Claus Strandberg making his way through the tunnel as we speak. He is going to be a few minutes as yet, and Reza Zeydan is making his way down from his office. So once Claus arrives, he will meet Reza Zeydan in the courtyard. Now I should point out at this point, although I should have done it at the start, there is no chance of a silent assassin rating for this, as we are going to get multiple non-target kills. So here is Claus now. So we're going to get ourselves in position by this laptop right here, which will control the gun turret on the APC to our left. So we're just waiting for all the pieces to be in place. And Claus has just arrived, and Reza Zeydan is just moving in to greet him. So at any point now we can launch the 50 caliber machine gun and kill both of our targets and basically everyone else nearby. So that will get us the .50 syndrome challenge, and I do like the way that Reza Zeydan almost got blown back into the school building. He got hit that many times. So we don't have the army truck key, so we're going to make our way back to the bazaar entrance, which is the next nearest available entrance. So there we go, that is the .50 syndrome challenge taken care of. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.